Hello and welcome to Wednesday, the day of Wednesday. Today's a bit special in the sense that, well, it's been something that I've been thinking about and talking about for a little bit. This is a project that I've thought about for a couple years now, maybe. If not a couple years, at least. Actually, it's probably been a couple years now. At least a year. And every time I've thought about it and really want to get into it, it's like I always kind of push it aside and never really did much with it. And that would be a photo blog. Now, I'm sure you guys know I tend to take some pictures and or video with this camera, on occasion. It's not like I've been doing it nearly every day for the past almost 1,000 days now. That's weird to think about. Next month is it's August, by the way. Next month is September, and we'll be hitting day 1,000 pretty soon. Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while now, and ever since I went to Milwaukee back in June, it's been heavily on my mind. So much so that I was like, I'll build one with Wix and see where that takes me. Because the main website I use or hosting for my music stuff is Squarespace, and Squarespace is kind of expensive. It's not too bad. It's just I think it's 100 and something a year. It's fine for what it is, and I might switch off of that sometime in the future. We'll see. But as of right now, well, we'll talk about that later. As of right now, the photo blog thing, that I wanted to, actively have a quote unquote portfolio, some website that I can put things on and share, not something owned by a different another platform I don't know, Instagram. Sure, I can post there, but it doesn't feel like my own. It feels like I'm very constricted there. And while I'm able to do stuff there, it's just hey, if I want people to see something, see the best of the best, or see what I want them to, what I really want to put out, then I want to direct them to a website. So I started experimenting with Wix. I hated it. Honestly, it's not what I was looking for. I'm sure I can make it work, but for me personally, that was not fun to mess with. And I would do Squarespace, but again, it's expensive, and the website I use for my resume and business stuff, which you'll never find, that's just hosted by Google Sites thing, which is a static web page, and it's free, but it's not as powerful as I want it to be. So Thursday last week, I was hearing talks of it. I was really thinking about this. I had it on my mind, and then I was watching something and they were talking about websites, and I was like, you know what? Let's look into this. So I figured if there's no solution for me that I can really think of off the top of my head, why not build one? So I built vagabond.photography. I've had this domain for probably a year, maybe 2 at this point. And all it did was really link back to my blog with music reviews and stuff there. But it was just a redirect. But I wanted to, build a website. So there's this great list of sites. You can find it on. So I'm a computer and server person, right? Like I have my own servers here right next to me. And I figured, how hard would it be to host my own? I've done something similar in the past. Like I've done gamer servers and everything, and it's like, how difficult would it be to run it off a one of my servers? Turns out not too difficult at all. From start to finish, it took maybe 2 hours of setup, and everything was pretty much ready to go. Everything worked internally. Getting that working externally and safely was a whole nother story, which we'll get into shortly. But yeah, the whole process was like, I wanted a blog, and I found this. Well, I've had this list of mine. So there's this subreddit called Home Lab, which is where I've learned all of this computer server nonsense and their extended community. There's another subreddit that they reference quite a bit. It's called Self-Hosted, so r/self-hosted, and it's basically people just, what if we took the cloud and everything the internet has to offer? What if I had it in the, in my house? What if I owned it? What if it was mine? Which is why I have these servers. Like I have virtual machines on them. I have all my data, everything. I need to probably like secure this better, but and backups are important. But I have everything I ever need and want at the moment. Well, you always want more, but like I have everything locally. Everything I've ever done, everything like family photos and videos dating back to before my time. Everything is stored here, and that's great. But I was one of the things like, hey, you can self-host your own blog, and there's tons and well, not tons and tons of things that you can do. Like there's like at least a dozen, at least on this list. So if you look up on GitHub, like there's a GitHub repository called awesome-self-hosted, and you'll find a huge list of like everything that you can do at home pretty easily. So I was looking at this list. It was like maybe 8 p.m. or 7 or yeah, probably 8 p.m. on Thursday when I was looking at this list. And it's like an hour or two of research, and it was like 10 o'clock when I decided, okay, I found this blog website that I can like install and set up, so let's do this. So the back end for the website is powered by Ghost, which is a blogging platform that's been around for about over a decade now. So it's free, it's open source. You can, obviously you can go to their website and like buy or rent a website from them, but they provide everything for you to host your own, which doesn't come with support or anything, which is fine. I love tinkering with this stuff, and it wouldn't be too hard to rebuild it if needed, because it's just a couple photos and text at the moment. But hey, that's what I spent Thursday doing. I basically took that, like I went to the documentation, I set up a VM, installed and ran everything, pretty much no issues except one, which was just add a user to the MySQL database. And that was that. Everything was set up as of like Friday, like midnight. Well, Friday, like 12 a.m. ish. So I was like, cool. And then when you heard me talk about switching to Cloudflare in one of the previous vlogs over the last week, that was me migrating all my domains from Google, which closed their domain service, and they're switching to Squarespace. I moved everything over to Cloudflare for that reason, and one of the things I wanted to do was host this website through Cloudflare, because if you're hosting a website, if you're hosting something locally on your physical network, you want it to be behind a proxy, which Cloudflare does very, very easily. Plus, because I'm on a dynamic DNS, well, dynamic IP, meaning my IP address will change every time like the router reboots or whenever my ISP decides to do it. Typically, when the router reboots, um, it will change the website. So, lucky for me, Cloudflare has a thing where you can basically set up a script that runs locally on the machine, and after I have mine set every minute, so it checks to make sure like it'll communicate with Cloudflare and like update my IP if it changes after a minute, which is great. So I don't have to worry about that. I do that for another website I have for my personal VPN connection stuff, so that's good there. Um, so that was pretty much all of Friday, getting that proxy to work and like setting that up, because I wanted to do like I think there's Cloudflare Tunnel, which is another thing that I tried messing with. Didn't work out too well for my purposes, but I'll experiment with that in the future. So I got everything set up. We're all set there, and then the next couple of days was spent. I don't think I did anything Saturday, but Sunday and Monday were spent basically adding photos, adding text, and making sure it looks how it looks now. I think I have like about 20 photos, maybe 19 up there right now from the past 2 years, I guess. And yeah, I'm super happy of where it is right now. There's still quite a few things I need to do. The favicon, the logo, everything there needs to be set up. But it's pretty cool that I was able to do this in basically a couple of hours from start to finish. Installing the VM to having a working website took 2 hours, and then messing with DNS and web hosting, well, like Cloudflare and everything, would have taken like an hour if I didn't have to transfer domains, if I didn't have to, if I wasn't messing with Cloudflare Tunnel, if I just did what I had thought of initially and got that working, it would have been fine. And it's proxied and it's everything. It's safe from hackers and everything. Hopefully, at least I couldn't find anything that I could actively like hack. But then again, I'm not an expert hacker just yet, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I need to start updating the description down below to have that website there now. So that's gonna be fun. Maybe I should set up like a link tree kind of thing. I've been thinking about that too, where I just have both those websites set up now. But hey, it's nice to have a platform that I own 100%. I'm in control of everything, and I can access it wherever, and just, after I'm done editing a photo or whatever, I can like quickly add a post, and it's no trouble at all. I'm super happy with that, and maybe I'll migrate my music blog to a self-hosted solution like this. Seems like it'd be a fun idea, and it's gonna be interesting if I do it. Maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, that's where we are right now, and hopefully I can use this photo blog going forward. It doesn't cost me anything to. It could just cost electricity, and the website costs what, 12. I think because I have a .photography, it costs like $20 a year just to own the domain. But other than that, it's $20 a year plus electricity, which is basically free. And yeah, you can pretty much run this on anything. I'm thinking of like, it's very, very lightweight. The installation process very quick. After you just get Ubuntu server running, you just you gotta make sure it's hardened and it's safe. Like, you gotta disable SSH after you're done setting things up. You gotta disable everything. You gotta make it safe. But I've gone through that. I've done all that, and now it's fully my own, and it's safe, and it's good. Oh, yeah. I'm proud of everything that I've done these past couple of days, and it's all really been leading up to this. So I still have to go through and comb through hundreds and thousands of photos that I've taken over the past few years and add them. But, you know, once we get there, we'll get there. But for now, just gonna call it here for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, later.